Hey everybody, this is Almonda, this is Wurm Unlimited, this is Riviera, and we are at Canterville Rose, my deed, again. And no rocks. I'm supposed to say no house. There's been a rock pile in the background. Looking down from this steep. I kind of have a fear of heights. This is kind of crazy, but I'm trying to. I'm still thinking about leveling the rest of this so that it doesn't have a jaggedy edge. I've got a house plan finally, but I wanted to show you guys progress on the low stone walls I've got going down there. So I have all my animals escaped from the mine, except for the branded one. That at the point that I unbranded her, she was in my mine when I deeded. Not smart. Will not let me lead her off of the deed. She is got a. This is weird worm logic. I've been doing this a whole bunch. The horses go vertical, and as long as my cart is here, I'm not gonna drive the cart off. If you're ever wondering how to get a thing leveled like this, you're just gonna like look in the middle of your. There's a little bit of a cart opening. I don't know about wagons if they have an opening or not. And as long as you have dirt in your cart, you level it this way. So, not gonna hurt to level. I don't have enough dirt to level this whole side at the moment. I think I have enough. It's not gonna disturb my tree area there. I've got kind of a rough plan of an outline of a house. But so lots has been happening. Excuse me. Lots has been happening. Let me stop this. I can stop anytime I want to, right? I've done a lot in the last week. Actually, it's been 2 weeks since I recorded. Last week since I posted anything. So, first thing, I actually finally became a priest. One of my buddies, Orts, converted me to priest once I was become a follower of 30. He's Venora. I'm Venora. We met in Riviera. It was easy to do. Busy. Yeah, I need to get some stuff done. So it took me 3 days of praying, I think 2-3 days of praying at the altar. I was praying on the altar on the cart, and I didn't know, like, nothing was changing. Like, I was converted a priest in person. It said I was a priest. For the moment, my favor was 30. It stayed 30, and so I didn't do it as often as maybe some people would, but it felt like I kept going over to the altar and not actually getting it. And then when I disembarked the one time and I prayed, then it seemed to work. So I don't know. I don't know that matters. Obviously, since then so then it unlocked the priest things once my favor become above. I don't know if I have to just spam it. I'd rather not spam it all the time, because I'm not a spamming kind of player. But just by sitting here, I'm at 36. I could keep going. I also have done on the meditation, and this means I get to sit underneath a horse. It says horses plural. This is an interesting view, sorta. Not that interesting, but a little bit. So I was able to get the Path of Love up here, and I think some of that is just like trees and stuff. I wasn't sure if it was going to be Path of Power because this is kind of a cliff area, but this may or may not give me a word thing. I believe it's some mods on the server that mean I don't have to move this. I will repair it though, just in case. Does it need repaired? I don't think it does, but nope, it does. This needs repaired. So first thing was I became a priest, and so now I can do the spells. so I haven't done very many spells. I can do. I did make myself a statuette of Venora out of silver. I have some silver here. I was able to, let's see, spells. I've done this. Let's see. I still need to learn what all these do. The drizzle, I think, has something to do with feeding your animals, maybe. I'm looking for the light token. There it is. Something starts shining in my pocket. So I have a light token. I don't need it right now. If you drop it on the ground, did it drop? Oh, I didn't actually drop it. Then it's a little light token. So we saw those in the video where we did the stuff with the goblin raider. So sorry, somehow I'm more distracted than I should be. But okay, so couple of things. Prog nut. Sorry, I had to say it like that. He saw I was on, and he started talking to me and said, "Yeah, I was the one on the videos that you shouted out to, and you couldn't remember my name." And I'm like, "Oh, crap." So then we started giving me crap, and then he's like, "Oh, by the way, I noticed you do everything besides the house." And some of it's just the landscaping. Some of it was landscaping, getting that together. So maybe I do the last, that kind of looks silly, but the last little bit, that's going to take a while to do. Don't mind digging. Digging is not a problem. Some of it is just deciding how to do it, and then some of it is I needed to open up Deep Planner again to figure out what to do. Then my potatoes from a while ago that I haven't done, and but that did prompt me to start thinking. So my thinking said, okay, well, I really need to start getting on these enclosures. And so even though this is kind of silly looking, I'm doing it this way anyway. I got the 3x3, so I have some space for my animals to move around. I'm going to do some farming here, might as well. This I found, because I always do this, this slope is too steep for me to walk. I did find a hen somewhere. No eggs that I can tell yet, but this little side okay, so the Prognet said I need to be doing a house. I mean, he's just joking, but he's kind of right. I do everything besides house. Anyway, thanks for the prodding. So that at least prodded me to get this at least done a little bit. I didn't do this last one. Fences are not hard. I've got tons of rock shards, so this is a good result for this, even though it's kind of the primitive one. I've got some high quality fences, so hopefully they will stay in place. Anyway, so I kind of decided some of the landscaping things. I'm going to put trees, short trees in the middle, or bushes, or like rose bushes, and that. If I can find some more olive sprouts, we will put another olive here. I have some. Okay, that's not sprouting. My mine is still pretty small, but now I don't have all the animals in there, so it's a little bit less of an issue. There's my little light token. That's interesting. It's daytime, so that doesn't matter. Okay, so there's the fact that I became a priest happened. The fact that I had this conversation with Prognet about getting a house together. We talked about being nomads and a snail. I feel like a snail or a turtle because I have like what I need on the back of my cart usually. And then this area here, you can tell what I have focused on because I have a planter rack, a food, an oven, a loom, and then storage, and then small barrels. Those are the things I've made. I haven't made a bed because I have the tent that does the tent things. But this was the big sticky point. So if you recall back to, maybe you don't watch the videos in full, but in previous videos, this was rock all up in here. And it gets really tedious. Somehow, my character's a smith, apparently, very good at being a smith, but I don't do a lot with the rock. So just getting these low enough to be able to finish and to level this out has just been one of the other reasons that this has been put off, like, consistently. So I have as much as I need in my cart, but if I did have a house, guess what? I could put all this garbage, not garbage, stuff, very important hoarding stuff. I could put it all in a house, in different cupboards and places and stuff there. Another thing I've realized, again, is I'm going to need more of those bulk storage bins, I think. But I am really excited to eventually, this is like a long time from now, as per conversation from Hades, like from a gazillion early hours ago, that that if I wanted to expand, so expand is a mod, and I'm going to talk about it even though I'm not going to do it, because there's no way I'm going to be able to do it yet. But I keep seeing in the chat, people have expanded their carts, expanded their wagons, expanded their what is it, the large crate and the small crate. And when they do that, it gives them a chance to bake sale. Somebody's just a baker. What was that? You get more quantity. So like this 70 dirt in this unsorted bin, I could actually have much more dirt in that bin if I expanded. However, it is a 70, it's a 90 cast, 90 difficulty, so something I gotta relearn. Let's see. I know the people who played Wurm forever, that are probably the people who are watching my videos, are like, why are you doing this? It's all basic, but it's really, really new to me, because it's been multiple years since I've picked any of this up. And then I was like, oh, I'll be a follower and I'll be fine, and no, that wasn't necessarily it. So these are the spells that I can do, and the more I get, the more it gets available to me. So I just jumped to 35, so now there's more. Bless is the thing that people put on their lights to make the lights work kind of similar, so that there's lights all the time that there needs to be lights. It kind of reduces the need for the olive oil, but I still want to do the olive oil thing anyway. No, morning fog I thought was something else. There is something, yeah, no, it's him and Driscoll, 10 animals in the area. That is something I should do. I'll go do that here in a second. I have a lot of faith and favor, so it gets kind of confusing. Oh, see, I still have, oh, because I made that light token. So your faith is the most amount of spell juice or mana or whatever you would want to call it. And then the favor is how much up to your faith you have. It gets confusing. They're all F names, words, things, describers. So there's that. But then there's also the skills in the religion of channeling, which channeling is I'm going to put a spell on something using my statue. So that's really low. So it's going to be quite a bit before I can do. So like the more things that you can do that are low level, the better. But the thing about doing spells from the religion with the channeling with the Benora is you could break something. So if I want to put web armor on this, say I wanted to do my lovely shield, which is green. It's almost obnoxiously green, but yeah, it works. And I have the green boots, but nothing else is green. Go figure. Probably look like a fright to the people who I just converted. Also another cool thing that I did that was different. So if I wanted to do like, not just repair it, but I could spell, and I could do something like web armor on it. And with the channeling being so low, being the 3.14, it's possibly gonna break if I do. Let me repair these real quick. Let me do this with the hotkey to be faster. I noticed that the last couple days there's a lot more hostels around, which is fine. Most of the hostels around me are spider, 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 which is fine. So there's channeling, prayer. I just keep forgetting to pray, honestly. The more I pray, the better, I think. The more pray you do, the more faith you have, the more favor you end up with after you have more faith, and the more you can get done. So this shows how much favor it takes. So some of these, like Light of Foe, is a 60 favor thing. It's a 60 difficulty. You target on T. The T is tile. So you covers an area with healing energy. So if you had like a big fight, I don't have enough favor, so I would have to use. Where did it go? Oh, they're not in my satchel. They're in my. I have to use like opals and all that to store the favor. Vessels, the thing you get to put favor in a gem so that you can get things higher than the favor you have. This server just talked about the limits, and I was kind of tangential to that, but listening to it a little bit, and so they're just rebalancing is what it was. They raised the total number of limit of favor you could have, but then they made certain things more. So these might be changed a little bit with what you need to do. But then that helps balance out how much favor you end up with. So it's like they're trying. It's a tricky balance thing they're trying to do. Nobody has said yet. Refresh is nice. So if I refresh, oh, I've done this once already. Let me go back here. Let's do refresh. I don't really need refresh. My person has 99 stamina, 90 water, 73 food, but let's refresh anyway. We'll do spells. We'll do refresh. I can try all these other things, like I can cure. So these are the things I could do in theory. Let's do refresh. So let's see. Cast refresh on yourself. I refresh myself, which didn't do much. Huh. Maybe I need to be solo. I thought that refresh was. Oh, it's just stamina. Well, I didn't need stamina because I'm standing right here, not using stamina. If you read it, it tells you. There was something I did that must not have been refreshed. Or maybe I was also low on everything else, so I decided to boost everything. Reveal creatures. Interesting, but I can't do that one now. I'm gonna do another light token. I can do more bless. Dispels the effect on a target. So if somebody has made a spell on you, you can dispel it. 6 cents. Hidden creatures and traps. Is this gonna be hard? It's a difficulty of 20, so it's a little higher than refresh, but I was able to do that. And it says I need to do it on creatures. So you probably just saw this. Let's see, spells. Let's do 6 cents. I doubt there's any hidden creatures. I have now detect hidden dangers. Oh, so now for a minute I can find traps and creatures that are hidden. I don't think there's anything hidden. Anyway, I leveled out kind of an area over here. I've kind of got an idea of some nice little landscapey, totemy things. We might do that today. I was hoping to do this. I don't see any creatures hidden. I don't know how. I mean, I don't have very much longer. 36 seconds. There was some spiders down there. I don't know if I call them hidden though. Really far away from them, kind of, in theory. And as long as I'm on my cart, I'm trying to decide on the house. I think I have decided. Yes, I don't see anything. Probably more useful when you're PvP. PvP with people. I'm trying to decide if I do the house up to the edge. I think I don't. That's why I keep putting this damn thing off. What I need to do is make a small little house over here and then connect it, because that's I was gonna do a little walkway and a little house. But I had all this was all rock. There was rock all up in here. This took forever to do, which is why it took forever to get started. What we could do is we could on this one. Let's see. Get a house plan. Fence. Let's see. Now I gotta remember how to do a house plan. I might have to go pause this for a second and go look on Wikipedia. It's been a while, obviously. Hello, we've unpaused. If you didn't hear a pause, you probably just... I've checked and it's not a hammer, it's a mallet. Apparently mallets are better at building houses. Let's try. Without further research or testing, let's try land building. There we go. Let's see. So this is like gonna be a little guest house. I'm trying to figure out how much space I want to do. Might want to have a road and then like landscaping stuff, trees and stuff like that. I'm probably gonna just leave it here. Find a building. I don't need a big one for this. Yeah, this is what they were teasing me about, because this isn't hard to do. I'll just do a quick little 2x3, or let's do 3x3. Kind of sits in this little nook by itself. Land building. Land building. I didn't know which, like, I think some of it's just I don't make decisions very easily. So things just keep put off. So what we would like to do is a rendered stone building. And I forget which one that is, so I just type it in. Rendered, please. This bridge. How about a not bridge? I thought that's all bridge. What? Wall. Not the bridge. Not the bridge. The bridge. The bridge. Give me a wall, please. Cave wall. Don't want a cave wall. Marble fence. Don't want a fence. Okay, should have figured this out before you guys came over here. Rounded slate. Stone fences, walls. Okay. Maybe the... I'll be right back. I gotta pause again, because I'm not figuring out what I'm needing to figure out. I'm back again. Okay, so I need a plain stone, whatever it is. And then that becomes rendered with clay. That's what it was. It's been a quite long time. Trowel. Oh no. I don't oh, I do. I'm like, I don't have a trowel. I do. Okay. I take the wall plan. Oh, let's finalize build plan. So now I have this house. 3x3 house. Okay. So, stone double door in the middle. Oh. Okay. This is... No. I'm not gonna get mad. No reason to get mad. My brain keeps saying, let's go level this. Now that it's, mortar. Mortar needs clay and sand. I don't have any sand. Let's have to get that. This was the part that was exciting to me, getting this all level. So if I had done this, we'll come back to that here. It's a villa. Yeah, I guess you make a villa when you make a small 3x3, which is fine. I need to like make a whole bunch of houses and put all the crap in the houses, and then it's not sitting out. As long as these are lower, I'm good. Level this. Nothing is higher. Thank goodness, it took me forever. To get to this. Let's see now that I have this flat, or will have this flat here in a second. I could do a little bit of leveling on this and get this to kind of come down all on its own and get it closer to where this is. Yeah, old horses can get pregnant, and so can venerable horses. Okay, we're gonna level. So this is gonna. One of the things about house design from like The Sims and stuff is you don't make things square. I just made something square, but adding interest to your house. So I suppose even if this wasn't all the way level. Oh no. Oh. Okay, so there's that one rule again. Sorry, Mr. Pine Tree. I gotta kill you. And look at this logic. Worm logic for the win. As long as my horses are way up, like, higher than me. Old horses don't have menopause. These guys are silly. Sometimes you sit there and it's quiet, and sometimes everybody has all sorts of fun and interesting ideas of how things work. And that's what makes this kind of fun as a server. I do have my introverted days where you just kind of want to just sit and be quiet, and then I have the days where I kind of want to sit there and talk all the time. Oh my gosh, I ran out of dirt. So the quick and easy way is to level this. I'm glad, I guess. This is most of my days, and for some reason this has been more satisfying than doing the smithing. I think I said just a second ago that my character is a natural smith by skill, and I've done barely any smithing. So my smithing affinity is smithing, the base smithing, so it will help all the smithing needs. I don't do blacksmithing very often. I don't do a lot of and I never have. But having the stuff. I got rock finally. Okay. Flat. Level this. The other thing I noticed, and I wasn't going to go down this road, was the whole leaderboard thing. Okay, so because I do all this digging, I got to 70, and I'm like, oh, this is my first 70. I got to 70 before I got a lot of my skills up above 50. Woodcutting is one that actually is above 50. And then I was like, well, that might not be wood. No, figure out is flat. Oh. And now this one. Kill this tree. These guys are silly here. Hopefully they stay just silly and not like rude. I don't think so. Usually it's pretty tame. A couple times. A little bit funny. Anyway, beside the point, we are doing house things, aka getting the area ready for house things again. Still undyingly but fun. Anyway, so I figured out that you can have this thing called leaderboards in the skills. And so my curiosity finally got the better of me and said, well, my digging's 92 effective. My digging skill. What could possibly be? How good is everybody else at digging, possibly? And I go, oh, I made the leaderboard on the digging. But, like, these unknowns are probably people who have been digging and have left. I don't know if they stay on the server. I don't know if it just means that I haven't encountered their names playing during the times that I have been playing. I don't know what makes somebody unknown at digging. I wonder if the It just stays forever, maybe, and that's a possibility. So that's, whoops, oh, I'm not opted into the leaderboard, so I never hit OK. I usually just close it. I don't really need to see it beyond this. This is just comfortable enough for me. I don't need to like, oh, I'm better at blah 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 than so and so. But I realized a few things without noticing. I'm actually not super horrible. I may not be able to level this. Oh, somebody had a shattering one. Am I on level ground? Oh, I'm not yet. This ground is not yet level. I must have been enough down that I had to stop. I wasn't reading the bottom. Anyway, so because I've done enough of the clearing of the forest to get my roads going, I'm not too far behind a lot of other people on woodcutting. I could just jump that up. The other thing I noticed after I started looking through some of them. Where am I at? I did not know this. This was interesting to me. Not to you, but to me. I'm third in foraging, so that means everybody stops foraging when they need to stop. And I really could stop as well. I just like it. I don't know what it is about foraging and botanizing. It becomes a random element in what the heck am I going to plant in my garden. Not always, but it did. Your warning was the explosion. I still need dirt, so let's see. We'll go back to this house thing. I don't have any mortar though, so I have to walk all the way down. I don't have any sand. I have to walk all the way down and find out. Yeah, mystic. Oh, good. That's what they're saying. Go to Gratz. One of these casting ones. I dig all the time. Somehow digging does not bother me. Probably because I can just kind of set it and not think about it. And I don't do that often. Always when I play Wurm, but just sometimes. Level this. I went a little too far. I'm too far away. Level this. And then I have a nice huge square area. Most of it is fill dirt, but some of it was rock that I had to convert to dirt. Put dirt on the top of the rock. That rock was big. It was taller than where I'm at now. Very intimidating. I got the kick in the pants to get started on it. So let's walk down and get some sand. I suppose I could put a sand thing up here. I don't really want to do that though. There's all my animals. I need more. I have this hoarding animals tech thing with Wurm. Not with real life, with Wurm. Over here is a bunch of spiders. There's a greenish spider, so a huge one. Kind of scary. Not really. Not as scary as snakes, though. There's some lavender I should go get sprouts off of if they have any. And here I go with the stupid trees again. Keeping them from getting any bigger than what they are. You can tell what areas I've not been walking down and policing. I walked around the beach yesterday and real quickly, and I noticed that the other areas of the beach do not have this windy sand area thing. So I don't know why they've decided that my section of the beach slash something close to me was gonna have to listen to this wind. Just random chance. I still have a couple. Ooh, I have a couple bricks to put in here. My paving has got to be up there. Even though I haven't paved anything on my deed, I have lots of paving on the roads to my deed. feel very proud of getting a good portion of that road to my house done. So I made it myself, which is fun. Distraction, distraction, distraction. I have some crap ones. Alright, let's just, while I've got them down here, while I'm doing it, while I'm thinking about it, let's brick these up. Because I just do it till I run out. And I have enough to get to the end. I'm not sure. I think I'll, decisions again. I suppose if I really had a choice, I should go into my mine and figure out if I can find slate somewhere close by. Because I really like slate. I found slate in my previous mine that I'm not deeded at anymore. There's a small thought of going back to that deed. Small thought. Just for the sake of finding out the slate. Let's see. Keep going till I have no more road. No, not 50. Almonda is not going to be able to carry 50. She's strong. Getting stronger all the time. But not 50. Anyway, anywho. This will be done. Woohoo! Not check this off the list. Actually, I don't remember hearing the weird wind in the fishing video either. I don't know that I gave myself enough space. This might be a short trip. Okay, so let's divide up the sand a little bit. I've seen a lot of other deeds pull the sand up more. I don't really want to do that. I can also, I think if I put dirt on the sand, I think it unsands and it becomes dirt. Let's do pick flowers. Put the stone brick back that I don't need. Let's do, yeah, there's a spider. Let's grab a sand. This might go in my like, I spent a bits in sand. I put the heap of sand, and it's a 20, so that it seems like is 10 times, so that's a good thing. Where was I just at? This one here. So if I put the sand here, then I'm gonna add sand up here, right? Oh, okay, sand is 20 normally. Nope. Okay. Might be one of those corner things. The one thing about Wurm that gets kind of weird is the corner things. Does it say I have dirt or do I have sand? Sand. Okay, sand. Getting sand in there. Kind of wanted to put a little bit. I want to see if that works. Thought it did. This might be too much. There we go. That's kind of what I was doing. Huh, so there's the wind. There's the... No, there's wind still. Somehow I was thinking it was going over a bunch, but maybe it is. Sorry guys. I'm not as prepared as I thought I was going to be. Drop on ground. Get rid of this damn tree. Darn tree. Wonder if it's the sand that's making the noise. I don't know, I don't live by the ocean. I don't live by any sand. No idea. Real life. Okay, back to business. So, mortar, when you want to do bricks, you need mortar. When you want to do planks, you have to have small nails, large nails. I think large nails. There's always something you need to do to get the things you need for the game. It's still the sand. So we've had being a priest has happened since we've been gone. Getting chided a little bit about that and about stealing things and about jumping down from the edge of my cliff, which fair. It is funny that I did it. Just, you know, funny and fair, right? Also, I've got a deal going with Azul Slita over here, who I think Tuesday is going to make a march down to my deed and have a little bit of what they call it, mining rights to some of the silver I have in my mine. And then my deal with him is if he leaves equal number of silver as what he takes. So he's got a bit better mining skill than I do. I could technically mine it out, but I think we'll both benefit if he can mine it out. It's just going to take him a bit to get towards me. He thinks it's going to be an hour or two. I don't think it's going to be as long as he thinks, but I do know it does take a while. This is a deed I have walked past, or very close to walking past before, in the past when I first was starting out. Now it's easier to teleport in and out of Riviera, so it kind of ends up happening more. But that also means I don't get to take all my tools and everything to Riviera with me. Dig. The other thing that happened just this morning, just before I came on, is I was able to pay it forward. So you guys maybe saw the video where Dumb Dave was able to, and this is gonna be dirt, which is gonna hurt me to have dirt. Dumb Dave was able to convert me to a follower of Enora, so you had to do the follower, then you had to go to 30 faith, and then you can become a priest when you're 30 faith. A little bit more dirt. It also evens this out a little bit more. I was able to pay that forward to someone else just this morning. I didn't know what I was doing. I clicked on my statuette and clicked on them. Then there's a religion option, and that religion option said convert to. It took me a bit of like right clicking, and I bet I can't convert. Yeah, it wasn't under spells. It was under religion. And so I got to be the priest to convert followers to 2 people. Not just 1, 2. Oh. Yeah, you can't dig with a statue. Silly. Animal husbandry and milking and stuff. I missed all that. That's okay. I'm kind of hoping nobody settles super close to me. It might happen. We're getting a lot of people on the server. Which is good. It's been kind of nice to have quiet. So when I went to Riviera, I'm hearing people do the digging, and I'm hearing noise, and it's like I'm used to the noise being a thing to like help me know what's going on. That doesn't mean it's not a good thing to have neighbors. Also kind of fun to have different faces and stuff too. There's a culinary fox guy who lives north of me, and then this Matt guy that lives near him. And the Matt guy made the road and helped me on the road over sections up north. Because I'm way southeast, if you haven't heard me say that like 100,000 times. Where's the clay? It says I got two. Oh, okay, this is the thing that multiplies. I knew there was a multiplier somewhere. Okay. So we've got clay, we've got sand. We're gonna make mortar. We're gonna at least make a wall before I close the video. I gotta prove that I can do a house, right? I don't have to. I really don't have to. Really, this is all in fun, but it's a good chide. It's necessary. I needed to be prodded. Prodded enough to get my animals out of my mind. And yeah, I wish I hadn't put this up on the hill so much. I was hoping to like lower this more, but I had encountered rock down here. And so my original plan was to get this a little bit lower than the cliff that I have now. And sure enough, the rock that I hit, I got it down, but it started to get annoying, so it was much easier to just concede defeat at the height of this cliff here as it is. Let's see. We'll use this spin for that. I have some clay in here already. I had some sand, just not much. So I'm not sure this is going to be enough. Actually, I think there's multiple places that have sand. So never mind that not enough comment. I don't know what I'm talking about sometimes, as you might have noticed. Our light is going to be fading, and we're just waffling. And as somebody, it might have been Progna, I can't remember if somebody on the YouTube that doesn't always correspond with the names in the game. Donderstein was one of them who commented on the YouTube video, and I wasn't sure that was Donderstein until they said, "Hey, I'm Donderstein." Hi. Oh yeah, I need this in my hand. Can I do multiples of 4? No. Let's do 8 of these. Nope. Okay, let's do 4. The sand is heavy. Try this. There we go. Sand, clay, create mortar. Brick buildings are nice. They are nice. I was going to need to do it for the slate anyway, so we are doing our due diligence here on camera. We at least got the structure up of the villa, so I can actually have a bed in a small guest house, I suppose. And then I have a big, huge area to make a fun, fantastical house over here. I want to try to not make it square. It might happen to be square anyway, even though that's not my desire. Oh, I'm out of clay. Okay. So we've got mortar, we've got... Where's something else? Doesn't it sound like there's something else I was going to share with you guys? I don't know. Priesting is a good, big thing. Maybe there's something else I got a chance to pay it forward. I think that's what my something else was. So that was pretty neat. Okay, I've got bricks. So when I go over there to do this stone brick thing, I should be good. Let me just go through this sand. I suppose if I look at it, as long as the weight is even, then these will run out at the same time. One more. Eventually, see, I'm not spamming it, so my mind logic is just slowly going up. But oh, I left the mortar in there. Oh, that's a good idea. I have some. Oh, a lot of different kinds. Let's see. No, not there. Mortar with bricks. And mortar. Where the other mortar went to. Is there a room in here? A little bit. Okay, so double doors. More than one double door. You gotta be able to escape. I haven't had any trolls. Is this even on my deed? It might not be. It might not be on my deed. Surprise, surprise. I don't know if I need to be in the cart or not to make that. Let's see. Let's give myself a brick. Usually these things need... Oh, I said they need a mortar. That's why I came over here. I've got mortar. Give myself a brick. Some things you can do while you're there. Oh. Trowel. Not a mallet, a trowel. We talked about this already. Build. Oh. Let's try this. I think if I go down here, it'd be fine. I just have to do it. Okay, so this is a double door. I'll get up on my horse here in a second. I just got scared for a second. Okay. I like windows. Okay, well, first do the double door here. So, build. Stone brick, double door. I like as many windows as I can have. And I might do one more door. I might do 3 doors. That's kind of weird. But I like doors. I said that. I said that already, didn't I? Okay, stone brick. If I didn't screw that up. I don't think so. And then you can see this plan. And then we'll do windows and all the other ones. I've got 3 bricks still, so before I have to do so stone, window, regular window, not narrow window, regular window. I might do a narrow window back that way. You could do this one at a time. There is no narrow window. I'm just doing all of my little villas. We are making someplace to stay. No. Window. I realized I just went silent for a second. Window, window. What's gonna be awesome though, even though I don't really like heights, I say I don't like heights, I kind of do, sort of. I can make a tall tower. This could, that's a plan, is the top corner. I don't have it built yet, but it's kind of a rough plan in my head, is to make a tall tower like I was trying to do on the Wayfarer project server, and I got some of the way done, but not all the way done. And as I was talking to Prognet, I was noticing that I never finish. Do I want to do windows all the way across here? I'm tempted. No, I'm not. The window. I don't think I've ever finished with roof entirety a house. I've been on 4 or 5 servers, 4 servers total. 2 were the adventure servers. 1 was on my private one. 1 was on Wayfarers that I just finished. and then this is 4. And then the first one was Valeria, and that one I got close. I liked Valeria. It was very similar feel to Riviera. It's no longer in place. People were talking. I think some people are from there to here. There were some videos. They had other things going on as well. Somebody saved me from drowning. Fire was something about fire in the name. See how nice I am with names, Prognet? I don't remember them. Somebody saved my life and I don't remember them. No, that server had the altar of light kind of out in the water, and it was it was interesting. I made the mistake. I was new to the game, and I made a mistake, and I bought some peat from a merchant I saw on my way back to the Altar 3. Because that's how I did it before. I didn't ask anybody to convert me to be I think it was faux follower, faux priest. And so they had this Altar of 3, and you could get to it by swimming. However, if you pick up a huge amount of peat that weighs you down, and you're not super strong and you don't have really a lot of stamina, then halfway swimming to go to the Altar of 3, you kind of start drowning. And then panicking and going, I'm drowning. So somebody drove their boat and came to come get me and rescued me. And then not only did they rescue me, but they did the faux spell, excuse me. They did a spell where they were saving my life, curing wounds. I think it was cure medium wounds or something was one of those spells. Definitely a tale. Also, when I very first started, I was trying to get from one side of the map to the other, not realizing how long it takes to go from one side of the map to the other. And it was a modded map and everything too, so it was very similar feeling to this, because this is actually, if you think about it, it's a really huge map. It doesn't look huge even with all the people, but it feels very huge to go from one side to the other. Anyway, when I first started, I was sitting there on this bowl, and I found a hellhound, and I tried to kill him, and I was not really good at killing because I had just started. I was walking down a road that somebody was just building, like their server was kind of starting and getting roads and stuff like that. So it had been around a few months, but not super long. And I had to go out, but I had to change my whole plans because I wanted to retrieve my corpse because I died from that hellhound, and somebody else, maybe it was the same person actually, came and they were in a deed close to me, and they let me sit in their cart, and we fought the hellhound, and I got my corpse back with all my crap in it. But it took me a long time that day to do it because I wasn't anywhere near my corpse, really. So, whoops. So this is building a house. I think I probably need to go because I don't think you can be around for the whole thing, because I think it's already much longer video, or very close to the video length that I've been trying to do. So it's already going to take a while for it to upload as it is. So excuse all the yawning. Maybe I need a nap. You can't nap from Wurm, can you? Sometimes you can. But it's getting dark anyway, so it's gonna get to be the same. So you continue the door, you have the mortar and the bricks in your thing, and then you end up making more mortar and bricks and all that. I have lots of bricks. Bricks I did have made. That's one thing I have had made, because I've been trying to brick the ones that I can that are good as much as I can. You might come back and I might have a house, hopefully, in a week. Maybe I'll have more of this done. I don't know. I kind of do want to. I kind of like the idea of jaggedy cliff, but I kind of want a straight cliff too. And that could be. I think it balanced the rooms that I had planned better. I'm not gonna do it now. I think you can only have one building at a time in progress. I might be wrong. That's a I might be remembering it wrong rule more than anything. So we're gonna sign off, but I'm making progress. Thanks to my buddy Zorts to converting me, and thanks to my buddy Hades for talking to me about priesting and stuff this morning. And there's a bunch of other people too, and we'll see you guys in a week. And by then, Azul Slida will be here, and we'll have mined some silver. So maybe I'll have some silver to mine with if I want, or to play around with if I want. But I'm not really much of a smith, even though that's my thing. But yeah, so we talked about the smith stuff. We talked about a lot of stuff. It's been a packed video of information, much more than a doing, I guess. Excuse me, I need to go before this gets to be even more. I will. You guys have a great day. This was Riviera, Wurm Unlimited. Riviera, sorry, not Riviera. This is Riviera. Where I'm at Canterbell Rose, and you guys have a great worm day, and I'll talk to you later.